As Audra drinks alone in the jazz lounge, Holden approaches and says it looks like she could use some company. She informs him that she's waiting for someone, so he should move along. He assumes she's waiting for Nate's new rival, Kyle. Annoyed, Audra tells him this is none of his business. Besides, it's not what he thinks. He starts speculating on what they could be discussing. She says this is boring. She wants to forget what happened between them in LA, but he keeps showing up and making it harder. Claire and Kyle walk into the athletic club, chatting about her learning something new from her grandmother daily. Some cocky new exec at the company was trying to mansplain a real estate deal to Nikki without realizing she set it up. Claire's famished and looks around for a seat, but Kyle explains that he needs to meet Audra briefly in the lounge to go over a proposition. She doesn't see why they need to delay their date for Audra. Kyle is sure this is a sign that Audra has taken the bait and won't be able to resist bragging about what she's up to. Then he can take that information and turn it against her. Kyle's sure this is the simplest way to neutralize Audra. Claire seems unconvinced and wonders if she should tag along and referee. Her boyfriend would love that, but is sure that Audra will be more candid if it's one-on-one. That's what has Claire worried. Kyle promises there's nothing to worry about, and he'll be back before she knows it. Entering the lounge, Kyle spots Audra and Holden together. When he interrupts, Audra explains they both live at the club, so it's hard not to cross paths. Holden takes the hint and heads upstairs. Kyle assumes that Holden is still eager to revive his business history with Audra. She suggests he not read anything into that. Kyle admits he was surprised by her text, especially since she keeps warning him that she will blow him out of the water. "I just love to shake things up," Audra says. She explains there is already a lot of buzz about how Vibrant could be a real game changer for the industry. Kyle hasn't been hearing it. Audra explains that if they're smart, they can control the narrative by playing up the competition between their companies. "We make it the perfume war of the century," she suggests. "Everyone will want to check out the products in the battles for beauty. They can exploit their acrimonious past and be the new McDonald's versus Burger King, hiring influencers to argue about them." Kyle admits this is intriguing, but it benefits Vibrant, not Jabot. She's sure this could give his company a much-needed refresher. He's not buying it. To try to convince him, Audra uses an example from Miracle on 34th Street. That doesn't help talk him around. She reminds him of the Jabot sunscreen ad and his wardrobe malfunction. That was a great success, so she suggests they coordinate, exposing themselves by leaking fake texts and such to reporters to cause a stir. Kyle agrees to think about it, but urges her not to pop the champagne. "I'm putting the bottle on ice," she assures. At the club bar, Claire sighs and orders a Vesper. Passing by, Holden spots her and asks if he can join her. He's happy to see her drinking a Vesper. They order another one and Holden wonders why Kyle is drinking with Audra while she's up here. He questions her boyfriend meeting with someone he is supposed to be in competition with. Claire says she has no idea. They keep their personal and professional lives separate. Holden asks if Kyle and Audra ever had a non-professional relationship. Claire wonders why he's so interested. He's vague. Sipping her drink, she suggests perhaps he's jealous of Kyle and Audra. Holden claims he's just a curious guy. When he asks what it's like to be the granddaughter of the great Victor Newman, she groans, but confesses that Victor adores his family and would take a bullet for any of them. She loves him dearly. Holden brings up Victor's long rivalry with the Abbotts and guesses he can't be happy about her dating Jack's son. Before Claire can respond, Kyle and Audra arrive and ask if everything is okay. Claire says everything is fine. Holden says he doesn't like to drink alone, or let a woman drink alone, Audra adds. After a few snipes between the men, Claire declares she's even hungrier than before their meal was interrupted. Audra apologizes for stealing Kyle. Claire snaps that she didn't. As Audra takes off, Holden chases her into the foyer. He asks her to clarify if she's actually planning to work with Kyle or set him up to fail. Back at the bar, Claire assures Kyle that she's fine. Holden just asks a lot of questions and thinks he knows the answers. He fills her in on the idea that Audra pitched to him. She doesn't think it's such a bad idea. Kyle agrees, but he has no desire to help his ex succeed, and he knows Audra doesn't want to help Jabot. Claire suggests this may have nothing to do with Jabot and everything to do with him. Billy trails behind Sally as they jog into the park. As they stop for a breather, she says this was a nice distraction from Phyllis, but her guard is still way up with that woman. Billy threatens to take his shoes off and touch grass again so that they can calm down. Sally is concerned about Phyllis and her not-so-veiled threats. That woman is capable of anything, and her threats are the only thing that Sally takes seriously. Billy explains Phyllis throws threats around like other people say, "Thank you." Sally reminds Billy that things are even worse because Phyllis is in Mama Bear mode and out to protect Daniel. She had to deal with this once when Phyllis came after her because of Summer. Billy promises that Phyllis will have to come through him first. Although she appreciates his gallantry, Sally can handle that woman herself. He assures her their company will launch, and they needn't worry about Phyllis. Sally tells him he's made her personally and professionally happy. She's glad she has a stake in what they are trying to accomplish. That's why she wants to focus on the good. If Phyllis pushes her, she will push back hard. On Crimson Light's patio, Phyllis spots Amanda talking on the phone to Dumas and hangs back to eavesdrop. Amanda tells her boss that the Winters family are not backing away from their demands to speak to him. When she gets off the line, she turns and finds Phyllis smiling at her. It sounds like she's not the only one looking for an audience with the mysterious man. The lawyer doesn't appreciate her spying. Her friend says it was just serendipity and begs again for a chance to speak to Dumas, confident she can change his mind. Amanda will not risk her new and lucrative job for her. As they get a table, Phyllis asks why this Dumas guy is obsessed with hiding in the shadows. Her friend shoots back by asking why she's obsessed with going after him. "Everything I'm doing now, I'm doing for my son," Phyllis insists. Daniel needs to find some peace and passion in his work again. Amanda feels for Daniel and knows that her friend needs something to focus on too. But what is her agenda with Dumas? Phyllis admits she does have an agenda, and it will blow her mind. She asks if Dumas is planning a corporate takeover of Chancellor. If he is, then she's all for it. She'd love to see Victor and Nikki fail after what they did to her and Billy. Amanda assumes that she wants Dumas to put her in charge of the company if he manages to wrangle it away from the Newmans. Phyllis feels this is achievable. Amanda thinks this sounds brazen and inspired, but she doesn't think she has a shot at changing her boss' mind. Phyllis suggests that she and Amanda do this together. They could run Chancellor and be dynamite. "Do you know what happens to dynamite when it's lit?" Amanda asks. Phyllis thinks they could blow more than mines. Amanda is happy with what she's doing and wants to remain stable. Phyllis tries to spin other ways they could blow, but this isn't convincing the lawyer, who has no desire to be the head of legal at Chancellor again. "We would rock," Phyllis persists. Phyllis slouches in her chair as Billy and Sally walk in. Sally checks her phone as Phyllis snaps at Billy for all his wellness checks and accuses Spectra of knifing her in the back. Spreading her arms, Phyllis declares that Sally will find out that what she did to her was a huge mistake. Once she shouts that she is about to bounce back and show everyone what she can achieve, Sally snipes that it sounds like it was a good thing Billy let her go when he did. Phyllis warns Sally not to get cocky. She hasn't earned anything other than an extravagant gift from her latest conquest. "Is that the price a roll in the hay is going for with you these days?" Phyllis asks. Sally fumes. Phyllis reminds her of the price that Adam and Nick paid. Sally declares that Phyllis being single as long as she has clearly left her with a lot of steam to blow off. Billy tries to calm everyone, and Phyllis keeps warning that what she has planned will blow everyone out of the water. After she swans out, Billy asks Amanda if anything is actually going on. "I guess we'll have to wait and see, won't we?" she says. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Pulse Canvas. It's me, Julie here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching. So let's dive into today's video. In the upcoming episode of the CBS soap opera, The Young and the Restless, airing on May 27, 2025, Victor and Adam Newman fight back against Billy Abbott. The battle between Newman Media and Abbott Communications heats up, and big moves could lead to a full-blown business war. Victor is angry about Billy working with Aristotle Dumas and wants to protect Nikki's position at Chancellor. As things get more intense, Amanda is stuck between telling the truth and staying loyal to her friends. At the same time, Lauren starts to worry again about Michael's recent decision to quit his job with Victor. Previously on The Young and the Restless, Phyllis upset Amanda by secretly listening to her phone call with Aristotle Dumas. Amanda was hurt, especially when Phyllis admitted she wanted to take over Chancellor if Dumas gained control. Meanwhile, Sally and Billy go for a jog and have a good moment, but later they get into an argument with Phyllis. Victor is thinking several steps ahead as he teams up with Adam to go after Billy Abbott. Recently, Billy tried to work with billionaire Aristotle Dumas, which Victor saw as a threat to Nikki's role at Chancellor. Since Victor already took the company from Billy, he won't let anyone risk Nikki's place there. So Newman Media is planning a damaging story about Billy that will stir up even more trouble between them. Amanda Sinclair on The Young and the Restless is stuck in a tough spot as Lily Winters starts to question what Aristotle Dumas is really up to. Amanda had a phone call with Dumas, where he claimed that he means well and truly respects Lily, Devin, and Nate. Amanda believes he's being honest, but Lily isn't so sure. It's going to be hard for Amanda to change her mind, especially now that Billy might be using Dumas to get back at Victor. This disagreement is likely to make things even more tense between Amanda and Lily, who already have a complicated relationship. Michael Baldwin recently quit working for Victor to make Lauren feel safer, since she was always worried about the risky jobs he was taking on. At first, this made Lauren feel better, but now she's starting to worry again. In Tuesday's The Young and the Restless, she starts to wonder what Michael will do next. Even though he said he quit to put her first, his past shows he often changes his mind. After Michael's resignation, things won't go as smoothly as expected. Even though it looks like he chose love and put Lauren first by quitting his job with Victor, signs point to a surprise coming soon. Whether it's a tempting new offer, a secret from the past, or some kind of threat, something is about to change their lives again. This twist could affect not just Michael and Lauren's future, but also the legal and personal drama in Genoa City on The Young and the Restless. If only Young and Restless Aristotle Dumas had more in common with Beetlejuice, by now we'd have met him 100 times over, considering how often his name has been uttered. But finally, the stage is set for the mystery man's introduction. There's no way on earth that he doesn't crash Nikki's birthday party, right? Everyone who is anyone will be there and dressed to the nines. It's the perfect occasion for Genoa City's new mover and shaker to make his presence known, and we'll reveal that Billy Flynn is playing the part. Few characters in recent memory have been given so lengthy an introduction as Mystery Man Dumas. So often has he been mentioned that some viewers, not to mention a few of our own editors, find themselves frustrated by the slow-to-unfold story. Historically, parties on soaps tend to take very big, very dramatic turns. In fact, General Hospital just used their annual nurses' ball to have a much-loved character return to the canvas with a new face. More recently, the epic party thrown to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the founding of Newman Enterprises saw chaos break out after Victoria was stabbed by someone targeting Amanda. So while Victoria is doing everything in her power to plan a night her mother will never forget, she might want to make sure there's extra security on hand. Because whether or not we finally get a glimpse of the much-discussed Dumas, it's a safe bet that things will not go as planned. Unforeseen twists await Genoa City to break the lull on the young and the restless as part of the upcoming week's major event, Nikki Newman's birthday party from Wednesday, May 28 to Friday, May 30, 2025. Every known face in town is expected to be at the party, while some new guests may gatecrash. As has been the tradition on The Young and the Restless, every party or gala ends in some shocking situation or revelation. As a longtime viewer of the soap, I expect outrageous drama whenever there is a mention of an event. As such, fans of the show expect Nikki's special day to reveal multiple intriguing story arcs. Some previous Y&R examples of thrilling parties include Victoria's stabbing at Newman Enterprises' golden anniversary and David Kimball's terror at the masquerade ball. Even another soap opera, ABC's General Hospital, saw the recast reveal of a fan-favorite character in their recent Nurses' Ball. On Friday's episode, dated May 23, 2025, Nikki informed Lauren about her husband and granddaughter's party plan. As The Young and the Restless fans already know, Nikki Newman is slated to celebrate her birthday in the coming week. Claire is planning her grandmother's bash with her grandfather Victor. Every member of the family is pitching in for the preparation. However, fans like me expect the event to come with its own shockers. What twists may come out at the bash is a matter of conjecture. Since most of the who's who of Genoa City will likely be at the celebration, enemies will face each other. As such, Abby Newman will again find herself crossing paths with Amanda Sinclair. Also, Phyllis and Sharon will find each other at odds after their recent caustic interaction. While Victor will not want to invite Michael, whether Melody Scott's Nikki wants her longtime friends, Lauren and her husband, remains to be seen. However, the most awaited moment may be an unknown guest gatecrashing the party with Amanda. Some fans speculate that it might be her client, the recluse Aristotle Dumas, finally arriving in town. The Young and the Restless fans hope to see actor Billy Flynn's character introduced in the soap soon. Whether he has been cast as Dumas is as yet unknown. Many fans like me hope the Y&R party will have some explosive revelations coming up. Victor Newman has laid down the task for Audra Charles, and she is already working it out. However, Kyle Abbott has a whiff of what she is up to and is ready with counter moves. As such, the upcoming tussle between them will likely be a vicious match to outdo each other. Meanwhile, Claire will collaborate with her grandfather for the party planning, hoping to build a camaraderie to cash in later when she needs to convince him about her and Kyle. The party arrangement will also see a new planner, Pietro, who will promise Victoria to make the bash unforgettable for the birthday girl. Elsewhere, Michael Baldwin and the Newman heads' fallout may continue as the former hands out a formal resignation. Victor will likely not let him leave smoothly, particularly if Dumas shows up, leading to more drama. Hunter King has had nothing but success since leaving the role of Summer on The Young and the Restless back in 2022. She starred in various Hallmark movies and quickly became a fan favorite, which is no surprise to her daytime fans. One movie in particular, 2024's Holiday Touchdown, a Chiefs love story, which she played opposite Tyler Hines, recently brought the actress to the stage to collect a big honor. On May 20, King and the cast were honored with a Gracie Award. The annual event pays tribute to outstanding achievements by women in media, and the actress gave followers a peek into the special moment. Had the most incredible night at the Gracie's Awards, King posted, along with photos from the event. Thank you to the Alliance for Women in Media for honoring our holiday touchdown. A Chiefs love story family with the award for Best Ensemble cast in a made-for-TV movie. She went on to express how the cast truly became a family while making the film and how receiving the award as one was such a gift. The actress went on to thank all the amazing women behind the story, as well as everyone at the Hallmark Channel for bringing the cast together for a movie that celebrates love, family, and community. And as an added bonus, King added, "My sister surprised us by presenting our award, and my mom was the trophy girl." I mean, come on, it doesn't get better than that. King's sister Joey, who is also an actress, shared her own post and stated, "Last night celebrating our sweet hunter at the Gracie Awards. So happy for my big sister. She's truly everything lovely in this world and deserves everything lovely." The Young and the Restless spoilers for the next 2 weeks suggest a lot of curveballs and twists. From May 26 to June 6, fans can expect Aristotle Dumas to drop a bomb on Genoa City. Ashley Abbott returns to Genoa City with a surprise. Plus, Nikki Newman's birthday bash is promised to be legendary, but in a good or bad way? Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. During the week of May 27, it will be time to celebrate Nikki's birthday. Victoria Newman is edge as she just wants this party to go perfectly for her mom. Meanwhile, Claire Grace Newman and Kyle Abbott have their own plan for the party. There should be a lot of guests and maybe some flashbacks. However, there will be some bombshells as well. It is teased that Dumas drops a cryptic message on Genoa City. Not just one character or a few, but the whole town. There is reason to believe that Dumas' message will be dropped at Nikki's birthday bash. After all, Dumas and Victor Newman do have history, although never face-to-face. Meanwhile, Phyllis Summers confides in Daniel Romalotti Jr. Later, Amanda Sinclair must make a tough decision. Could Amanda realize she's been deceived by her boss, or could she be part of the plan? Lily Winters continues to demand answers from the lawyer. Fans will also see Victor and Adam Newman strike back at Billy Abbott. Lauren Fenmore Baldwin can't stop worrying about Michael Baldwin. Even though Michael did quit his job, he could be lured back into Victor's dangerous web. Plus, Tracy Abbott and Ashley both return. Ashley will come home with some surprising news to tell Jack Abbott. So fans will likely see the aftermath or reaction to this news. Meanwhile, the Dumas mystery is starting to unravel. At some point soon, we should see Billy Flynn's new character debut. With Chancellor at risk, could enemies form alliances to protect Catherine Chancellor's legacy? Over with Phyllis, she will continue to spiral until she gets some help. Could Tracy's return cause flashbacks or complications for Phyllis? Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next. In the recent episode of the CBS soap opera, The Young and the Restless aired on May 26, 2025. Phyllis crossed the line by eavesdropping on Amanda's call with her secretive boss, Aristotle Dumas. Amanda refused to set up a meeting and felt hurt by Phyllis' actions, causing tension in their friendship. Elsewhere, Sally and Billy went for a jog and shared a nice moment. Sally was still worried about Phyllis causing trouble, but Billy said he was over her. Meanwhile, Kyle skipped plans with Claire to hear Audra's new idea of a fake social media rivalry with Jibbot. Kyle was interested but suspicious, especially with Holden bothering Claire upstairs. At Crimson Lights on The Young and the Restless, Amanda spoke on the phone with her secretive boss, Aristotle Dumas, defending him to Lily, Devin, and Nate. Phyllis listened in from around the corner and then revealed herself. Amanda was upset that Phyllis had eavesdropped and refused to help her meet Dumas. Phyllis finally admitted she wanted to lead the Chancellor if Dumas took over. Amanda was shocked, but Phyllis said this was her one big chance. Sally and Billy went for a jog to clear their heads. Sally thought Billy was trying to avoid stress from Phyllis, but he said he was focused on their work at Abbott Communications. Still, Sally stayed cautious, knowing how Phyllis holds grudges. Later at Crimson Lights, they saw Phyllis arguing with Amanda. Sally made a snide comment, which led to a heated fight between her and Phyllis. They traded harsh words until Phyllis stormed out, saying the place was too crowded. At the GCAC on The Young and the Restless, Claire looked forward to dinner with Kyle, but he canceled to meet Audra about a business idea. Claire offered to come, but Kyle said no. Instead, Holden Novak sat at her table, ignoring her protests. He brought up Kyle, Audra, and Claire's grandfather Victor, hinting that dating Kyle could be messy. Claire tried to change the subject, but Holden kept pushing. Meanwhile, in the jazz lounge on The Young and the Restless, Audra pitched a fake rivalry between her startup and Jabot to get media attention. She suggested leaks and drama to stir interest. Kyle liked the idea, but wondered who really benefited. Audra said both sides could win, pointing to a past PR win when Kyle's wardrobe mishap went viral. He seemed interested. Upstairs, Holden kept pushing. He asked if Kyle and Audra had more than just a work history. Claire looked uncomfortable and tried to defend Kyle and her grandfather. She ignored Holden's hints, but his words clearly made her uneasy. Kyle came back and saw that Claire wasn't herself. When she asked about Audra's idea, Kyle explained the fake publicity plan. Claire agreed it was smart, but said the truth was clear that neither Kyle nor Audra actually wanted the other to win. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday, May 27, see Victor and Adam try to strike at Billy, while Lily demands that Amanda give her some answers. Plus, Lauren isn't quite sure Michael is making the best decisions. It's going to be a day full of drama, and you won't want to miss one single moment of the action in Genoa City. Victor is dead set on taking Billy down. He's tried to get Adam in on his scheme to use Newman Media. Adam has tried to put off his dad because of Chelsea. However, it looks like Adam won't be successful this time. In fact, Victor and Adam retaliate against Billy. Will it finish Billy off or just make him mad? Lily still thinks that Dumas is a threat to Winters. She tried to get Damien to serve as a double agent, but Dumas didn't take the bait. Amanda tried to reassure Lily and the rest of the family that Dumas wanted to protect Winters, but none of them are buying it. Look for Lily to flat out demand answers from Amanda. The biggest question, though, is will she get them? At long last, Michael did what Lauren wanted him to do. He quit Victor for good. It was tough, and Michael felt all the feelings in the wake of the brutal moments he had with Victor at the ranch as he quit. Now, it's not that surprising that Lauren worries about Michael's decision-making. He's certainly adrift now that he's not working for Victor. Is she right to worry? They might all break up, all because of Victor. The Young and the Restless aired an episode that felt like it was meant for Valentine's Day. Nikki and Victor, Diane and Jack, and Michael and Lauren declared their love for one another. But this was more than just a throwaway episode. It might have teased possible trouble for Genoa City's top couples. The Wednesday, May 21 episode of Y&R was strikingly different from the others that aired this week. It focused on the three golden couples, Victor and Nikki, Diane and Jack, and Michael and Lauren. All of them were loved up and happy, or so it seemed. The trio of couples celebrated their relationships in different ways. Victor celebrated Nikki, but only in the way he knows how, by doing something he wanted to do for her and having her tell him how great he is. Jack and Diane explored their relationship. Diane still felt out of place in the Abbott family, so Jack did his best to show his love and appreciation. Meanwhile, Lauren could sense her relationship with Michael crumbling, which worried him. Michael tried to distract her from the weight of the world, or at least the drama brewing in Genoa City. The two exchanged sweet words and hot kisses. But these sweet moments didn't last for long. On Friday, May 23, all three couples spiraled, and it was all because of Victor. Jack's feud with Victor continues to rage on, and Diane is rooting for her man to go all in. Jack has no idea what tricks Diane has up her sleeve. Much like her son, Kyle, Diane has also made some deals with the devil, and no, we're not talking about Victor. Michael told Victor that he could no longer work with him. He wanted to save his marriage. Nikki walked into the house as Michael left. She asked Victor what their conversation was about. Victor told her that Michael ended their work relationship. But Victor isn't going to take this sitting down, even if he was at the moment. He will still find a way to keep Michael around. This news also shocked Diane and Jack, who got the word from Michael and Lauren themselves. This web continues to weave as the cracks appear in each of these relationships. Michael will eventually cave to Victor, which will cause more issues in his marriage. Meanwhile, Diane's sneaky ways will cause trust issues in her marriage with Jack. As for Victor and Nikki, well, we know how Nikki feels about Jack. She doesn't approve of Victor's feud with him. But what if she steps out on her husband? Maybe she'll hook up with the elusive Aristotle Dumas. Or maybe Victor has a hot affair with Phyllis after they start scheming together. Whatever's happening, it doesn't look good for any of them.